Hello, my name's Mad, and we are back to the Bloodborne. We are in the place where we kill the wicked witch of Hemwick. And why? Because what we've picked from Yosefka's was... Jesus, it bucks a punch. What we picked from Yosefka's was Cainhurst Summons. If you recall what Alfred told us about when he was talking about Vile Bloods, he mentioned that they were from a castle called Cainhurst, and this is exactly where we're going. When we get the summons, it says here, an old bloodstained summons inviting an honored guest to the forsaken castle of Cainhurst. Rather bafflingly, it is addressed to you. Do not hesitate. The stagecoach leaves from Hemwick Cross, which is here. Now, I first want to kill those guys so they don't interfere. Hey! Chop chop! Come! Yeah, they are so tanky that my unupgraded pistol does literally 0 damage to hit them. And Jesus, I love this weapon. Why didn't I use it earlier? Pop. Yeah. I don't even know if you can attack them, but to be absolutely honest, I don't want to try. Also the horses. Undead horses. It doesn't get better than this. You should understand the reference, because if anybody here watched Dracula with Gary Oldman, yeah, that was the thing. This way we get to Forsaken Cainhurst Castle. Yeah. So we get out of carriage, and the bridge behind us is off. This big bend thingy, that's Yarnum. Horses are dead, and been dead for weeks probably. So yeah. Found the place, yeah. Yeah! The gate opens on its own. No guards. Everything covered with snow. Yeah! Normal place. Okay, nothing's normal in this game, but come on. When I got here first time, I've got the heebie-jeebies. Okay. Not to mention, it's also a hard to get through place because of those. Yeah. How do you call them? Animals sometimes have them. Ticks? I guess? No. Maybe kind of like that. Giant mosquitoes without wings. I do wonder how the sword is going to manage with that. Okay, did I light it up? Yeah, I did. Ooh! Now that's some damage. See, when I normally got here, even with the axe, it has really long. What? Fuck. I usually have real big problem with them. For some reason, the halberd axe didn't knock them down, didn't stun them, didn't stop them. So yeah, it's refreshing that I can do some damage. Yeah. Oh! Yeah. That. Okay. This is going rather sound. What? That missed. Seriously. That was... That was stupid. No. That's the... not that bad part. That's the worst part. Well, this is going to be... yeah, eerie too. I ain't going then for the dirt for now. First, those. Gotcha. Oh, no, 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 no. No kicking. You dick. Okay, got that. Now see... this one! Yeah. This one is a bit too fat. It has too big testicle. I mean stomach. It drank too much and it can't do shit. So I'm just gonna put it out of misery. Ooh! I didn't know I can do that. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so now the annoying part of this courtyard, I guess you can call it. Yeah. Hey. Come on. Okay. That's done. There should be one or two more here. I think only one. I hope only one. I wouldn't want to get ambushed. Okay, so circling them to the left. Good idea. Works quite fine. Just fine. Just fine. Okay. Now see, those are here again, so this is why I said this location was a royal pain. Really hate them. Fuck! See, this is what I'm talking about. And they can keep attacking. They can keep staggering you. Fuck this. Yeah. Oh, please just die. See, dogs are at least... Dogs you can at least attack. Those bricks just juke you all the time. Yes, thank you. See, this is taking more time than fighting those giant beasts. Fucking hate him. Thank you. Bye bye. No. Now that this stupid part is done, let's get into the castle. Jesus, we have so much blood on us. Let's see. Yeah. At first, I thought that this crying is those little things, because I thought those were women, and they are not. Those are male. In truth. Yeah, male. So now if I... know what? I haven't checked one thing. You see there's a lot of loot here, and with all this crying it's obviously a trap. I wonder if I can just get out of this room and go further without picking anything up. Nope! Still pissed at me! But those here aren't. Huh. Okay, let's start with simpler things. handy. So, the ghost ladies, they are blind, they carry daggers. Because they are blind, they are usually really easy to... That was lovely. They are usually really easy to avoid, and sometimes will lose track of you if you suddenly start moving slowly, or if you suddenly stop. But they are still aggressive, so it's a lottery. Wouldn't advise it unless you really are out of ideas. Okay, they are dead. Let's do this. So, when you are far from them, they are transparent to some point, and they look like this. After that, if you come close, or they do something like that if you come close. They're not terribly dangerous, but there is a lot of them, and you sometimes won't see them until the last second, especially if you don't know the location. So they are a threat. Not that great, but still a threat. Their combo isn't that devastating, but at least not this one. Now the problem is, as with everything in Dark Souls, there is a catch. Further on, those guys that were polishing the ground will have different weapons, rapiers included. They are like, they're something between servant and a knight. This is what's the reason? So they will try to mark you. If they attack you, they mark you, and ladies, when they see this mark, will scream and charge at you. They will literally wreck your shit up. They suddenly become those berserker things that just rush after you and try to stab you with their dagger, and then do a grab attack, and then generally hurt you in various ways. So it does get better, Whew. I didn't see you there, lady. Okay, maybe the damage isn't that low, but as you see, you can usually, if you're not rushing things, you can see them, you can hear them sobbing. It's not that hard here. Bloodstone chunk. Yeah, I like that. That lets you upgrade weapon from +6. What? From +6 to +9. Up to, I mean. Because the first one obviously needs 3, and then it needs 5, then it's 8. And after that, the last one, from +9 to +10, is requires Bloodstone rock or something. And there is only one in the game, so each new game means another +10 weapon. But they changed it in some latest patch when I read the patch notes, and you can buy it for Insight, which is good because people were really annoyed by that. Because some of the weapons are really cool, and you can only upgrade fully one. I mean, what the hell? Yeah, please stop trying to stop. Also, I don't know if you realized. No, thank you. They have tied hands. Not only they are blindfolded and their throat is slit, they have bind hands, which in itself shows that they were tortured, or generally they didn't just get slaughtered, right? Something worse happened here. If I had to assume, something not nice. Because if they wanted to slaughter them, I guess they would be, you know, cut in different places. Cut hands, cut arms, something like that. Or they would be like the ghosts from Dark Souls 1. Jesus, I hated the location. There were ghosts there that can no-clip through walls, and they had scythes, and they tried to chop you through the walls, and if you didn't use a special item or have a special weapon, you couldn't even hurt them. They were just no-clipping, so yeah, it was a hassle. Now here's the beauty. We found the dress that you already seen on. Yeah, that's creepy, especially considering we're male. You probably know this dress. This dress was worn by our lovely prostitute. So what's the connection? The connection is so many items worn by the nobles of the old bloodline that traces back to forsaken castle Cainhurst. So, long story short, Ariana is theorized, because there is nothing to confirm it except, you know, little scratches, that it might be wait, which picture? This one. There is a lady, some queen maybe, it might be Annalise that we're going to meet later, and a baby with blonde hair, or this lady. Just, it is speculated that Ariana is in some far way related to Cainhurst, and maybe ran from it. Maybe she was, you know, when the castle was attacked, she was given to some servant to get raised in Yarnam. There's a bigger version of it. So it's currently only speculated, but it seems that Annalise in some way is related to Cainhurst, and their tainted, as it's called, blood. Okay. So a little more lore maybe on the whole concept. Cainhurst was... Okay. Let's gargoyle, if you didn't realize. Oh fuck! Now, a little lore. When it comes to Cainhurst, it was a castle where nobles, you know, did what nobles do best, so ravaged in pleasures of the flesh, or something like that. It's just poetic way of saying that. And at some point, in Cainhurst's castle, it's theorized that somebody brought tainted blood here. This person was probably Lawrence, the guy whose skull we touched when we killed Vicar Amelia, and also the guy that was pupil of Willem, Provost Willem, the guy that in a rocking chair. We're going to even meet later. The guy that said, fuck, forgot about this guy. So the guy that started with the verse, "Fear the old blood," and so somebody brought tainted blood here and started administering it. In this strain, people didn't change into beasts. It's at first people thought that the suckers, the mosquito things, no thank you, the mosquito things we killed in courtyard were what happened to Cainhurst nobles. But currently, it seems that they are just where there is a lot of blood, so they probably came after the massacre. Now, the massacre. Alfred, who mentioned he's part of the executioners and the whole order of Master Legarius, was they were tasked with fighting bad blood. So They were part of healing charge that was like Crusaders, Paladins, something like that. They were tasked with murdering anything that they viewed tainted. Oh, seriously? Again this? Whatever. Fuck you. So, as far as counter theories go, no, fuck you. As far as theories go, tainted blood arrived here. Nobles reveled in it. They've got their share of fun, and they became tainted, bloodthirsty things. Currently, we don't know what they became because they were murdered. For now, the only reference and the theory that is that they became something like vampires. They became immortal, but their bodies weren't. So, in short, if they were, for example, changed into a pulp by being repeatedly stabbed or hit with blunt object, their bodies would survive, and you know they wouldn't regenerate, not on their own, or at least not immediately, but they would still, you know, their heart will be beating, their brain would be thinking, even if not feeling, because I don't think you can feel without nerves. So you become kind of a vampirish thing. Then executioners arrived, murdered them all, except a one truly immortal thing, Annalise, their queen. Yeah, that's a shortcut. And when they couldn't kill Annalise, Master Lugarius decided he's going to become a martyr, and he closed himself here. He closed off this location with a special illusion that makes people not that people cannot get here. What exactly does that mean? That we couldn't get here without invitation, and as you see, bridge was destroyed, so any physical way was also destroyed. Plus this illusion, there was no way to get here. And Alfred currently is trying to get to Cainhurst to avenge his master and kill Annalise. Yeah, that's the mark. I've got hit by this little prig that's staying there with candelabra. Yeah. So I think it's 30-minute mark, and I drooled a little bit about lore because, as you might or might not know, I'm a huge fan of vampires in most franchises. Even the Twilight one would be good if they weren't such pussies. I mean, they could tear apart human with just grabbing them, so that's fine in my book. If they just didn't sparkle as fuck, and if they didn't eat animals instead of humans. Who does that? Anyway, as I said, I love vampires, so anything even remotely vampiric in Bloodborne is fair game for me. So, I guess it's time to end this episode. We're going to see each other in next. Bye bye!